money in the bank. Coming with a dank, skrilling in the tank, rolling with the gang. You sit and I on the sideline tripping. I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin. Yeah. I'm okay.
What up, though, and welcome to Woodward Ringside live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm Eazy West Raxter and Chris, Nicholas Koloff, Brad Holmes said his exit interview of the 2025-26 season.
Don't love it.
I don't love it either. He said the things that you need to say in the beginning, but I feel like he only said them because they needed to be said. I don't think there's any actual. I don't think there's gonna be action behind those words. I don't know if he meant those words. I think he just said them to save face in the beginning of the press conference. When we got to a little bit of the nitty-gritty, because a lot of it was fucking word salad and balleting and pirouetting around certain questions.
A lot of pirouetting.
But when we finally got a little bit of answers and a little bit of those questions, a lot of them sounded like we're going to be doing a lot of the same shit. So how you going to tell me you're going to look inward and change what needs to be changed because you want to get better, and then when we're asked about the specifics of the things, at least that I identify as what went wrong, your answers seem to be like, no, we're going to be doing what we always do.
Yeah,
That's not changing.
I think that it, like you said, it felt like forced. And it didn't feel sincere when he said things about changing. He kept bringing up, like, all of the guys that he hit on in free agency and none of the guys that he didn't. Nobody asked a question about Marcus Davenport. And when they asked him directly about the edge position, I believe it was Dave Burkett, said, hey, you know, like, what's the scenario? What are you doing? What are you thinking about doing differently with that edge spot that you did last year? He said nothing.
Yeah.
He said, we're probably going to do the same thing we did last season. So welcome back, Marcus Davenport. You're getting another extension. I don't like that he didn't take as much accountability as I thought he should have. I mean, he did give himself a failure. He gave the team a failure.
Gave him an F.
Gave him an F.
Oh, he said a failure. Yeah.
He didn't say an F.
Didn't give a letter. Yeah,
he said a failure.
Would have put a letter on it.
He said it was
pass or fail.
Pass, fail. You wouldn't put a letter grade on, which is fine, because it was a failure.
It was a failure.
But
unless you're answering,
I think the media kind of took it easy on him too.
They took it way too easy.
That was
I don't
crazy.
know if shout to Amon too. By the way, Amon, I should say. Maybe they hit the podium or a room beforehand and was like, hey, we can't ask questions about certain players, but that wasn't the case either because they did ask specifically about Dave Montgomery. They did ask specifically about Kirby Joseph. Like, I love a lot of the guys in our town that do the media coverage. Obviously, we link up a lot of times in the offseason, heading into the season, during training camp, because certain times after the fans aren't allowed to be there, they are the only eyes out there. So, like, God bless them. Thank you for all that. But, like, there were some softballs in there. There were some, what was the decision of firing Johnny Moe? Brother, he was fucking canned week 10.
Doesn't matter. You knew he was getting
fired.
fired.
Was stripped from week 10. They don't waste anything on a Johnny Moe question. How about a who's coming up next question? Which there was a little bit of that. It was disappointment. I guess I say the collective of the fucking entirety of the press conference was disappointing to me.
I think there were two extremely big ball drops by the Detroit Lions media in asking Brad Holmes questions. One, I needed someone to look him in the eyes and say, do you regret signing Marcus Davenport? That's what you needed to do. Ask him that. And if he says yes and it's just yes, cool. That's enough. And then two, when he kept talking about – the thing I didn't like to hear from him was, we were trying to get things done. We were trying to do this, but it's not public information. We were trying to make trades. We were trying to do this. Ask him when he's willing to do what it takes to get something done.
Yeah.
When he's willing to go over the top to actually accomplish one of those things, whether it's signing somebody, trading for somebody, or whatever. When are you willing to put your balls on the table and do what it takes to do what you need to do to win a Super Bowl? And nobody asked him that either, and that's disappointing. Because he said multiple times, hey, we tried to get things done, but we couldn't end up making it happen. Okay, when are you willing to step up and do what needs to be done to make it happen?
Yeah, the one, and we got clips coming too. I got some of them out to Chris. It just ended like 20 minutes ago. It was tough turnaround time to clip those and get them in. But I guess the part where I'm disappointed too is like the questions about the aggressiveness. Are you going to be more aggressive this year? He's like, well, what does that mean? How's that? I can't answer that without knowing who's available at the deadline. Like, well, no, you can answer because you weren't aggressive the past 5 years.
Yeah.
So are you going to be more aggressive than what you've been? I guess maybe I need to ask you like that.
Define aggressive.
Yeah.
Define aggressive. Brad, are we children?
Yeah, because you haven't been. I guess maybe in the draft you could say so, particularly in the third round this past year. But can you do that in the first round? Are you ever going to
and then the David Montgomery stuff.
That might be a thing, man.
That's ridiculous.
That might be a thing.
He's gone. I feel like he's gone. He's not going to be here next year.
It's on Monty. They're going to have the conversation. It's on Monty.
Because if you say he is under contract for next year, he's going to be a Detroit Lion next year. That's what you say when he has a year left on his contract where you're paying him fucking $6 million. But he was like, oh, maybe he needs to be moved somewhere else to be more utilized. What?
That's on Monty, man. That's a two-way street. Nick, did you get to listen to any of the press conference on the way in?
I'm fired up for the clips that we have right now. I had to put it out of fire earlier, so I apologize.
You're good.
I'm super fired up to hear it and react on spot. The only clips that I've seen is from our socials.
Shout out Track, by the way.
And also, what I don't want to out anybody here, but I was reading what Maz said in our group chat.
Yeah.
Okay. Fired up, Maz, right now. It sounds like nothing is changing from the likes of it. Maz will talk on it tomorrow.
That's where I'm coming from, too, man.
Make sure to check out the Sean Believe Show with Maz in the morning.
Shout out. Don't fucking tell me you're changing shit, and then when we ask you the specifics, no, we're going to do it. You just lied to me.
And that's what DNC ENT put it in there. I noticed that, too, and I commented it in the live chat when he said it. He literally hit us with the Scott Harris, well, good players aren't always good sometimes. He hit us with that.
Did he say that?
It was like, well, these bigs, you don't want to change things up and then maybe take a swing at this big player and it doesn't work out, and then that's what he said.
Chris was saying when you got to download from Twitter.
When will GMs in this town not say something like that? You don't want to go after good players because they might not be good? What?
You know who I hate to do it? But who I blame are the slap asses, because they're the ones who are going to take the slop, give me more, like just fucking scoop it up in a big fucking bowl, and we keep eating the same bullshit. It's their fault, honestly.
How was Doc in this? Did you guys hear the questions?
Doc had a good question.
Doc had good questions. It's weird. They saved the good ones towards the end of the press conference.
Mojo had a good question.
Yeah, Justin had a good. Justin asked him about the edges.
Yeah.
I think Colton asked him about the trade, the Tesla trade.
Yeah.
And then it was Rachel Hopper who asked about the David Montgomery one.
Yeah.
But they saved all the good stuff for the end. For the beginning, there was a lot of questions, and we knew the answers, too. Hey, why'd you fire Johnny? Do we not know?
Was that from our buddy at Pride of Detroit, my friend himself, who I quote tweeted and said, good thing you throw up softballs every time you talk to Brad, you slap.
It probably was, honestly.
How could you slap?
And I also, checking back in, have we won anything yet? Checks notes. No. Jesus Christ, you're allowed to criticize your general manager when you haven't won a Super Bowl? Yes, we are super happy with this organization turning around. But there's a big difference in turning around and winning a Super Bowl. And exceeding expectations, which this team obviously didn't. I would have asked solely about the offensive line. That would have been my first question.
There was a lot of questions about the offensive line.
And he better aggressively attack it this offseason. He
said he was going to. That was one thing that I really liked out of that. The one thing that I was like, okay, I like that when he said that was when he was talking about the center spot. They asked him if Tate Ratledge would be the center next year, and he said, the same thing that Tate said, we'll get him some reps there, we'll get him some time. But we don't think he's ready to do that, and we are going to get a guy there to play center, whether it's trade, draft, or free agency. That is what he said. So I did like to hear that a lot. But then on the other hand, when they asked him about Taylor Decker leaving, he was like, oh, we drafted Manu a couple years ago, so we're going to be as prepared as we can, and I don't really know, is he going to leave? It's like, dude, what? I forget who it was, but somebody asked him, they're like, what did you learn from the Frank Ragnow stuff that just happened that will help you? I think it was Ben Raven. It sounded like him. He was like, what did you learn from the Frank Ragnow stuff last year that will help you with Taylor Decker if he leaves? And Brad was like, oh, I didn't really learn anything. We had to just, if you lose Frank Ragnow, you're not going to replace it.
There's no replacing Frank Ragnow.
You could try. You could
You start the process well before the fucking draft. And it's not that he knew that Frank was going to retire that year. I'm pretty sure Frank retired in May, or maybe the month after in June. But still, after 2024, January 2024, he was quite candid in the locker room talking about he doesn't know if he's going to continue to play.
Yeah.
So that's when you should have kicked the fucking ball in that situation.
I probably would have kicked the ball in that situation when I heard the phrase inoperable toe. That's probably when I would have started looking to, okay, maybe we're going to have to do this sooner than later.
And it's not even like something where it's like you have this spot stashed in your roster that's not doing nothing, Giovanni Manu. Your interior offensive lineman can play interior offensive line. If you don't play, like Frank used to play left guard.
He played left guard.
So that guy could have been groomed to play interior offensive line, could have replaced Zeitler well before you walked into that trap too. And again, I hope Christian Mahogany works out. I do. I don't know.
I want to stop relying on 6th and 7th round picks to be starters on this team, especially on the offensive line. Like if you're talking about a linebacker or a running back in the 6th or 7th round, that you're like, okay, maybe he's something. All right, we can talk there. Even a wide receiver maybe. But with what you have, with what you need on the offensive line, I talked about this already. Invest first round picks in there. When you do, it works. Penei Sewell, Taylor Decker, Frank Ragnow. Invest some first round picks.
One question that I have for you guys, and once again, I apologize for not listening to it live.
Fucking better.
Did he listen, or did he get questions about trading up, using multiple resources for Isaac Tesla, a guy who was never going to be a
He was
massive
asked
part?
that question by Colton Pouncey.
Did he try to take a victory lap?
We will get to that later in
Good
the show.
stuff. I can't wait to hear what Brad Holmes has to say about this. And I know we got some fire to talk about later, talking about an offensive coordinator.
Yeah,
So
we do have a lot. We got a lot of Brad
chilling.
Holmes clips to get to. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. But
So Mike McDaniel news.
Mike McDaniel officially has been reached out to by the Detroit Lions to interview for the vacant offensive coordinator spot. This is not a drill. This is per Ian Rappaport. The Detroit Lions have reached out to Mike McDaniel to interview for their vacant head coordinator, or their vacant offensive coordinator spot. So the best offensive mind in the market was reached out to by the best available offense to see if he wants to run it next year. So I would be able to forget about Brad just going, we tried. Sometimes you just got to try. But when we try, sometimes it doesn't work. I could forget about that for an hour if you sign Mike McDaniel. I promise you I can.
I'm going to put a poll in the chat. You guys let me know what you want to react to first in order of the way that we have them. Some of the ones that we have from Brad Holmes clippings. We'll get to all that stuff. Let me make the poll real quick. Spinny, how about them Pistons last night?
Pistons were awesome last night. Pistons were great. We're not talking Pistons. Yeah. Sorry. We're going to break. We're coming back, and we're doing Brad Holmes. So click on which one you want to hear coming out of break, because we got Brad Holmes cuts for you to pick from. Let me tell you about Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone where everybody can get a full body workout in 30 minutes. And all memberships include fitness training. You can get all that for just $15 a month, or upgrade to the Black Card and get use of amenities like hydro massage, total body enhancement, and access to over 2,700 locations worldwide. Join in club or online at planetfitness.com. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Get ready for the ultimate sports experience. Join former University of Michigan star and NFL sensation Braylon Edwards alongside the charismatic Shep.
Braylon Edwards, touchdown Michigan!
As they break down the latest in sports like never before. Tune into the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Touchdown, Braylon Edwards!
Weekdays from 2 to 4 p.m. only on the Woodward Sports Network. Don't miss out on hot topics, insider insights, and the banter that keeps you coming back for more.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Listen, I know you guys are stressed out for the Brad Holmes press conference. The best way to relieve yourself without harming anyone or anything is by purchasing a massage chair from my guy, Dr. Eric Duncan, at the Massage Chair House. Scan the QR code. Visit his channel on YouTube. It's the #1 massage chair review channel on the interweb. Make sure you check it out, the Massage Chair House. What up, though? Welcome back to Whatever Waits Live, WhatSports.com. Easy West more Raxter, Chris, Nicholas Koloff. Smash the like button, be a friend, tell a friend, and share the stream. We are reacting live to the Brad Holmes press conference. Real quick, super chat from Kenny Powers. Easy. Friendly reminder that year 5 for this coach/quarterback duo is now over. Shock face. Listen, don't bring none of that here. We might get a Mike McDaniel soon, huh?
Brad kept going.
Huh? I'm gonna reset the clock when we get a Mike Mc. He's a former head coach. It's kind of a new coach coming in. I'm gonna reset the clock when we get Mike McDaniel, huh?
That's a fair question.
Can I do that for you?
That's a fair question.
You know? Oh, Brad. I'm not trying to avoid your answer. I'm not trying to avoid your question.
I'm not trying to avoid your question.
That's what he kept saying.
But I'm going to avoid your question.
I heard that 2 or 3 times.
Really?
Dave, that's a fair question.
I'm not trying to avoid answering your question, but
all right, the people want to hear edge rusher. It narrowly beats offensive line, so we'll do edge rusher first, and then we'll go to offensive line. Chris, do you have the edge rusher clip? Let's run it. Here's Brad Holmes.
Leave this without asking an edge question, Brad. You took a lot of different bites from the apple last year. You went through kind of a multifaceted plan. Muhammad obviously worked out really well. The rest of the collective didn't give you a whole lot. I don't think any of that's under contract next year except for Hassanin, who's kind of in that project ballpark. Yeah. So what did you learn from your approach last year that can maybe help you find that guy to give you something opposite Aiden this offseason?
Yeah, I mean, it'll be the same approach that we took last year in terms of the position wasn't ignored in the draft. It just didn't come together like how we would have liked it to be from a draft standpoint. But Muhammad played really, really well. I'm not sure how many other teams had an 11 sack and a 14.5 sack guy. I thought the rush was good, but I understand that he's a free agent. Davenport's free agent, so we definitely going to have to look and replenish opposite of Hutch for sure.
Same approach.
He said it'll be the same approach.
It'll be the same fucking approach.
Same thing.
The Detroit Lions allowed the 5th longest time to throw the National Football League this year. I give a fuck less about how many edge rushers you have double-digit sacks. Did you watch the film? Fuck the face value numbers, dude. Look what the fuck is happening it's the same approach. You're out of the playoffs. We shouldn't be doing nothing the same. Other than things that actually worked. The same approach. This is what I'm saying in the beginning when you start with apology. I fucked up. I'm looking inward. I want to be better. And then you get to one of the things like, hey, we probably could use something there. Or, hey, teams doing that are actually winning fucking Super Bowls. Oh, let's check. Year after year after year after year after year. It's not fucking Tom Brady. It's not fucking Patrick Mahomes. It's the same approach. Nothing opposite of Hutch worked this year. Opposite of guys trying to extend plays and falling to the lap of Muhammad most times than not. Yes, he made a few good plays, but he couldn't even keep him out there on the field long enough. Not because he was hurt, not because you couldn't rely on him on the run game. The same approach? What are we doing? This is what I'm saying. This is like when you asked me, and I said, hey, I think Howie Roseman wants to win more than Brad this year. But I have faith that Brad can change. This is not my faith is dwindling now, brother. I don't know what you want me to do.
This is not changing. This is being stuck in your ways, and this is honestly flat out ridiculous. Like you talk about, okay, you had 2 guys with double-digit sacks. Awesome. So great. Surely you didn't have Jameis Winston absolutely carve you up. Surely you didn't have guys just standing back there doing whatever they want. Hey, you look at the same approach that you took last year would be Marcus Davenport, Josh Pascal, and Levi Onwuzurike. So you're going to sign 3 guys, and 2 of them don't play any games, and 1 of them plays 4. The same approach would be absolutely ludicrous if Brad Holmes goes out there, tries to do the same thing at edge, and expects something to work. Because the defensive line was awful last year. It was. Like Eazy said, they were bottom 5 in letting quarterbacks sit back there all day. The time to throw, 5th highest. It is just bad. That's something that I really wanted to hear out of Brad Holmes in this press conference. I really wanted to hear him say, okay, it's been a couple years now. We really haven't made a move to bring anybody worth a shit opposite of Aiden Hutchinson. So we're going to try something different. No, I think we're going to do the same approach that had us as one of the worst defensive lines in football.
It goes beyond to the pressure of the quarterback too, and I get the edge position's probably not the number 1 position you're looking at in the field to stop the run. but you're also shit in the fucking run too. And one of the reasons I've been told you don't go after these speed rushers, the reason why you don't get these guys to get after quarterbacks, you want somebody that plays the run. That's the number one foundation of this defense, to stop the run. That didn't happen in the back half of the season. It was pitiful. It was god-awful. You can't have the same approach. What do you mean the same approach? The only thing I could take away and spin doctor it to myself for my own sanity is they said, hey, we tried some things in the draft and it didn't work. Okay.
No.
Maybe.
Then make them work. That's what I want that question. Yeah. You tried some things that didn't work. Okay, when are you going to do what's needed to make it work? When are you going to do what's needed to get the guy that makes it work? I don't want to hear, oh, we called about Danielle Hunter. Oh, we called about Myles Garrett. Oh, we were so close to drafting James Pierce Jr.
Exactly.
When are you going to do what's needed to make it work and get it done? That's what separates people from pretenders to champions. The ones that get it done. So I don't want to hear about how you've tried and failed, or, oh, it's not all public information. Do something that's tangible so it will be public information. Do something that other people won't to get the guy you need. And that shit pisses me off. Oh, we tried to get it done but can't. Well, get it done. Do something. When are you going to do what it takes to get it done?
Nick, you were probably the biggest fan, the biggest proponent of Marcus Davenport going into last season. You thought that was the answer. Everyone else was tripping. What's your reaction to that answer?
Oh, come on!
Don't do that to me. Don't do that. I was the only one in here saying all this shit about the defensive end approach. And let me just say, you were banking on, and the numbers came out okay in terms of AQM and the double-digit sack. But let's be honest here. He was a 6th-round journeyman that you brought in that stumbled into a few really good games. But you know when he didn't have good games? Let me tell you about these playoff teams that we played.
There you go, Nick.
Against the LA Rams, no show, 1 tackle, no sack. Against Pittsburgh, no show. Against Green Bay, 1 tackle, no sack. Against Philly, no sack. Those are 4 games against playoff teams where he didn't show up. At all. Against Green Bay the first time, no sack. You're talking about games where you actually are going against real, true opponents that you could play in the playoffs. When you did that, AQM got bullied by good tackles. AQM was never going to be this long-term answer. Congratulations to him. He'll probably get paid somewhere else for having an 11.5 sack season or whatever it came down to exactly. But you want to talk about broken glass Davenport? We're running back that show? Or do you want to talk about no-show Josh Pascal? Like, what are we doing here, Brad? I don't understand how he can repeatedly say this, and it just comes back to, we're good, we're good. It's his philosophy. I don't understand when it continues to not work, how you don't fix it. Everybody thinks Brad Holmes is a very smart man, including myself. This is the one thing that'll cost the Detroit Lions a Super Bowl if he does not fix. Straight up.
Facts. We got a bunch of super chats in there. Freddie Phelps has booked the heavies for a real Brad Holmes interview. Brad Holmes would not want that.
Would never.
Anakin Sky, the Lions would not do that. I promise you the Lions would not do that.
Hey, we'll let him interview fucking Graham Glasgow.
They wouldn't let me interview Graham Glasgow, and it was going to be awesome. I was going to have him pass block me and just throw me in the dirt. It would have been great content. But they're too scared for that because they know we're not pussies and we don't bend over for them. Anakin Skyogre with the super chat. I don't know anymore. It's frustrating. It's fair. Feel that. Burns says, when he said, we look at the character and fit and we'll take a guy like that over a more talented guy, I seized up at that one. Yeah. That is tough. Freddie Feld says, arrogance and complacency will close this window. And that's, if you tread water in this league, you drown. You need to swim forward. Sideless, Burn in there, says, our approach in the casino, we're going to buy a stack of lotto tickets, edges, and put all of our chips on red in the 3rd round. All or nothing. Damn.
Aggressive.
Nick in there says, what did he try? The draft Jihad Campbell and, he means James Pierce Jr. James Pierce Jr. had 10.5 sacks on the year.
Yeah.
That was reportedly a guy that Brad wanted.
Yeah.
You should have went and got him then. Anakin Skyogre. Can I ask the hosts and the chat something? I'm getting the vibe that you guys want Brad fired, and this is true. How many of you want Brad fired? No, I don't want Brad fired.
Said that? Stop, Anakin.
Stop,
Go
Anakin.
to your room.
Yeah, go on the beat. You know, you got some criminals you got to put in.
So according to Summer Sports,
saying that, buddy.
The Detroit Lions ranked 30th out of 32 teams in time to pressure on defense during the 2025 season.
So they were the third worst team in the NFL this year at pressuring the quarterback. Getting to the quarterback.
Yeah.
Getting to the quarterback, they were the third worst team in the entire NFL.
Third slowest for sure.
There were only 2 teams that allowed the quarterbacks more time to pass in the National Football League this year than the Detroit Lions. And Bradley Holmes
It'll be the same approach.
Wants to do the same approach of putting guys who walk around in caskets out there. Awesome. Awesome, dude. Glad the Super Bowl window's still open. Chris Agar says, Brad hinted at defensive scheme, too. Yes, we got a lot more from Brad, trust me. Just trying to catch up on these super chats for you guys. Mike EA says, I'm going to lose my shit if Davenport is re-signed. Oh, me too, buddy. Me too. Unless it's like for $700. Grandpa Joe's Stinky Toes says, Nick says, Brad Holmes, you're fired. You're fired.
You're fired.
Nobody is saying that, but we're asking for the GM of our team to have some goddamn accountability. When you screw up, specifically as much as Brad Holmes did the last offseason, and you can even say the last 2 offseasons for that matter in terms of the draft, but more specifically this one, it's just to have some damn accountability. Yeah. That's all the fans are asking for, Chris.
And I'm not sitting here asking you to fall on your sword completely, like kill your own ego and say I'm a terrible person. Like, no, you can. I get that you're not going to say everything you want to do this summer. That's fine. Obviously, you don't want to show your cards, but you do have to just show some type of accountability. This reminds me of that press conference that I really hated from Johnny Moe when he was like, "Can we stop talking about the Packers?" Like, that's how a lot of his approaches were. Even the reporters, when they talked about Edge, they were like, hey, Brad, Edge question, ha, ha, ha. Sure you don't want to talk about this. Yeah. Like, everybody's on eggshells there about this stuff. Like, you've made the media uncomfortable to ask the tough questions. And so I just need – I don't need you to completely, I don't know, to self-deprecate here. But I need you to show at least some like inkling that you're trying to change something. Yeah. That's it. Like, I don't want
no, Chris, it's not that there's an inkling he's trying to change something. He is actively telling you nothing is going to change about the way he approaches the edge position.
And that's the issue.
So if you want a good edge opposite of Aiden Hutchinson, it's not going to happen. Brad Holmes just told you he is not changing the way that he addresses the edge. So you better learn to love Marcus Davenport. 4 more years of Davenport.
Eesh.
Let's go to break. We'll come back. We got more Brad Holmes audio.
I'll get you slapped.
Let me tell you about Sharon's. Sharon's Heating and Air Conditioning. Listen, they have been servicing Michigan companies for over 42 years. And unlike Brad Holmes, if something isn't right, they fix it. They just got a brand new website. They didn't say, hey, we're going to do the same thing with that same old website. No, they got a new one. And it's got a ton of friendly user things. Everybody loves it. And they're winning Super Bowls on the internet for air conditioning and heating. Sharon's.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
I think you won. We got Tully, everybody. David Tully. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Congratulations to the real Coach of the Year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
Mr. Vapor is for the fancy weed smoker guys, the guys that enjoy the precision, performance, and design clarity, the type of guys that enjoy premium 3-gram disposable THC vapes available in berry Skittles, blueberry gelato, Bombsicle G, lemon haze, lush ice, phantom punch, rainbow runts, strawberry satori, and vanilla kush, and don't forget the fan favorite Donkey Fat, available in a dispensary near you. Find a store locator map online at www.mrvaporsaur.com. Don't put the dot in the Mr. It's a website, silly. What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Ringside Live, oversports.com. Easy to do much more Raxter on Chris, Nicholas Koloff. Smash the like button, be a friend, tell a friend, share the stream. We're kind of reacting to the we are reacting to the Brad Holmes press conference, his exit interview of the 2025 season, where he told you guys at the edge position he's gonna do the same approach. And I saw a comment from Danny G. He's like, "Hey, we got the sacks, we got some pressures. Sounds like a scheme thing." No. You got sacks and pressures based on you go watch the games. I insist specifically the Lamar Jackson game. I insist specifically the very first Chicago Bears game. Just the two that come to my mind, and maybe in the Baker Mayfield game. Although Baker Mayfield, Lee McNeil was on that ass a little bit, but these guys are scrambling into these pressures.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're trying to extend plays, scrambling into these sacks. Like it's not they got to the quarterback, and it was at the time and fashion they got
Coverage
there.
sacks.
Like the context. Context is king in this sport. You can't look at these numbers for face value. You got to look at why are they that way? How did they get that way? You know what I'm saying? You can't just fucking second most passing touchdowns in the league. Jared Goff must be the second best quarterback. Okay, like this doesn't work that way. You got to watch the film, and according to the film, according to time pressure, it wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't consistent. On top of that, you were getting fucking ran on like Bonnie Blue in the run game.
Woodward put a post out there with a picture of Brad
creams
Holmes.
in your mouth a little bit.
Do you still believe in Brad Holmes? I commented under it. I said, at Grok, make him apologize. And Grok responded, Brad, if you are listening, sorry, Lions fans. Next draft, I'll make it right. Just kidding, Spencer. I can't actually make him apologize. What's the beef? I said, okay, fine. Just put him in a bikini. Steve Lehman with the super chat in there says, if Brad is going to do the same thing regarding the edge position, then Shep has to go. His defensive philosophy is man heavy. This cannot survive with what Brad's doing. The offense can't carry.
You can't have a man coverage scheme if you can't get after the quarterback.
Yep.
Straight up.
It's
just not going to work in your favor. These wide receivers these days are too good. These offenses, these route concepts, are just too good.
Mm-hmm.
You can't. I think I didn't watch the entirety of the video, but I can't remember the guy's name. He does NFL content all the time, but he posted something. He's like, yeah, only 27% of snaps in the league are man coverage. It's dwindling down. And the Detroit Lions, not even in my opinion, have not had an elite defense.
No.
Maybe for a little bit when they were healthy in 2024 under Aaron Glenn. Outside of that, it's not been that way. So if you're watching other defenses be elite, why don't we fucking go do what they're doing? It's common sense shit, no? I mean, like,
you think
if what you're doing is consistently not working, I'd understand if you gave it a 2-year window, 3 years pushing it, but sure. Year fucking 5, 6, what are we doing?
Grandpa Joe's Stinky Toes says, hitting the grindstones, back to work. Yeah, it's tough, but the people want to hear about the offensive line, so here's Brad Holmes talking about the offensive line.
I do think that those young players will get better, but just the offensive line as a whole, whether it's the interiors or the tackle, that's something that's going to continuously we're going to have to be urgent in terms of adding to.
I will say the one thing about this press conference that I did enjoy. Like I said, he realized, he acknowledged, and he stressed that they're going to improve the center position. They're going to get somebody in there, whether it's trade, free agency, or draft. But then again, I guess they did that last year too, and I'm just hoping the guys they bring in aren't Kingsley Okwonwan and Michael Neese, or they draft a 7th round center, and he says, see, you need to invest serious capital into it. That's why I need the goddamn reporters in this city to look him in the eyes and say, are you going to bring in a top-tier center next year? Yes or no? And if he said, oh, well, what's a top-tier center to you? A good center, Brad. Are you going to bring in a good center that can play right now? Because I don't want to hear, oh, we're going to address it, we're going to do it. Like he said, oh, we addressed edge in the draft. Yeah, with a 6th round pick, bro. Do something worth a shit. Bring in a guy that's worth a shit. No offense to Hassanin, but like when I hear we addressed the position in the draft and it's a 6th round pick, that's fucking bullshit, dude.
Yeah, that was a fucking here you go. The offensive line stuff is different from this year because I think that's something again you should have kicked the tires on in the 25 draft class after the your NFC Championship game where your center. You're all pro guy, and I get not every player is. You can't just go out there and find a Frank Ragnow. Frank Ragnows aren't out there growing on trees. But you knew that he wanted to retire, so you probably want to get somebody in the building. I think the Eagles did the same. They did the same with Cam Jurgens, and maybe they had a little bit better of understanding with what was going on with Jason Kelce. But you knew still that he was contemplating it. And again, it's not like it's a fucking I'm drafting another quarterback that is absolutely not going to see the field until this other guy is gone. No, it's an interior offensive lineman that could play left guard, could play right guard, just as much as it could have played center this year when you lost Graham Glasgow for a few games instead of guys that were getting poached off your practice squad like Kingsley. It felt like a common sense thing. Now, again, that's going back to a couple of years. This year is a little bit different. I think they're going to attack this left tackle spot for sure with urgency. They need to. There's no other way around it. They have to. The center spot too, and then maybe Graham is the. I'm sorry, not Graham, but maybe Graham is the center, and maybe takes the center, but you still have to address the interior offensive line with somebody.
Graham is certainly not a center. I mean, did you see how disappointed this guy sounded to get moved from guard to center?
Yeah.
This team absolutely failed in the offseason, and it was Brad's fault. 100% for not addressing this before. You go with the pick, and Manu was supposed to be a developmental guy. Manu can't play. So you get that one wrong, and that's okay to get them wrong at times. You just need to make up for it. Like this offseason, you need to make Tyler Linderbaum an offer $4 million over anybody else. Creed Humphrey, highest center in the league right now at $18 million annually.
Give him 21.
I'm starting at 22.
21?
I don't want to hear that the Ravens match this offer. I'm starting at 22. Go to 23. If this team has an elite offensive line, Jared Goff is an elite quarterback. You saw what Gibbs looks like when he gets hit in the backfield. He's not coming out of it. You saw what Monty looked like at times this year. If you are able to get the elite center in Tyler Linderbaum, who is on track for an unbelievable career right now.
Hall of Fame, probably.
You make him your franchise center, and you have to maneuver the cap, get enough money to do so, but that's where I want all of my attention going. If I was Brad Holmes, it's Tyler Linderbaum, and I'm making him the highest paid center, which is one thing that he has yet to do in his whole entire career with the Lions, is outsource and drop an absolute bag and reset the market for a player that hasn't been in this culture. And that's Tyler Linderbaum. Make it happen, Brad. No excuses.
I'll tell you this. You literally just told us you're going to nickel and dime the defensive line. You just told us that you're not going to sign a big-name edge rusher. You literally told us that. So don't tell me, oh, well, we have to save the free agency money where? Or maybe don't sit on $10 million. Maybe pay Kevin Zeitler that $10 million that you were just sitting there doing nothing with, because he would have helped. He's an all-pro level guy. So don't tell me, oh, we have to use that money allocated elsewhere. No, you're not going to. You're either going to sit on it or you're going to sign 5 guys that none of them play because they're all injured. Maybe just sign one really good player and then nickel and dime everything else. Give me the fucking Linderbaum. Give me a center. Give him $22 million. I don't care. You need it. You need it. You said yourself earlier, right? You address the needs in free agency. Well, address that fucking need.
God damn it. Bullshit.
Welcome back.
Are you doing it in me, Brad? I am fairly confident they'll address the offensive line this year. I think, Dan Campbell's going to make sure it gets happen because one of the reasons he's going to do it is his job's in the fucking line.
Address.
Look at what just happened to Mike McDaniel getting candidate because his fucking Tua sucked this year. Is that his fault? He's a winning record as the head coach. Tua fucking sucked. That's not all on Mike McDaniel. And so Dan Campbell, for the sake of his job, for the sake of that seat getting hot, give me a fucking offensive line. Jared Goff, same situation. I'm your franchise player. I'm the highest paid guy on this team. Give me a fucking offensive line to work with. I think they're going to address the offensive line. Actually, in fact, I think he said that in the beginning somewhere. That's something of an urgency they're going to address. But the way he handled it this past season and seasons before was disappointing. And hopefully there's something that be learned there, particularly with the Graham Glasgow. Not Graham Glasgow, I apologize.
That is the two things that pissed me off the most about Brad Holmes' press conference, other than him saying he's not getting a good edge rusher, was when he said, define aggressively. Like, Brad, shut up.
Oh, we got that coming next.
Are you a child, Brad? We need to define aggressively for you. Or when he said, how could she slap?
No clue why I said that.
No, yeah, I lost it now.
All right, when we come back.
Real quick.
Yeah.
You said you believe they will attack the offensive line.
Yes, you have to.
Are we talking about send all of the, cavalry? Like, are we a full steam ahead attacking this thing?
Yeah,
like,
for sure
do you believe they will? They need to.
Wholeheartedly, yeah.
7th round pick.
First round.
I believe
all of free agency money.
I can't promise you because the draft, somebody worthy of that pick has to drop there. Like, I'm not forcing to pick on a second-round talent just because he plays the position. But in free agency, they're going to grab somebody for damn sure. And, yeah, at some point in the draft, they're going to grab some offensive lineman.
I believe the highest-paid person they get in free agency will be an offensive lineman, and I believe the highest drafted player in this draft will be an offensive lineman.
Yeah, like in this draft class, if you get to 17 and you're standing at a guard that's better than the tackle, you take the guard. I have no problem with that.
Yes.
You address the interior offensive line. It's not like it's been perfect or good at all. When we come back, though, we do have Brad Holmes' comments on the aggressiveness. They were quite interesting.
That's interesting.
Infuriating, to be honest with you. But first, tell us about Loom.
Loom Cannabis. I'm going to need Loom to pick me up when I get home. I already got one rolled up for me. It's a cannon of a log, and I got the bud from Loom. Go to loom.com. Use promo code WSN30 to get 30% off. I got the Do-Si-Do. That stuff is chronic. They've also got their exclusive products like the vapes and the buzzing drinks and all of that good stuff, and you can get 30% off all of it using promo code WSN30. It's Loom Cannabis.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today. That's why they deserve the best sports coverage in the world. We are the Woodward Sports Network.
Hook yourself up and purchase a $50 gift card from Buddy's Pizza. Because not only do you get that $50 to spend at any time at your convenience, including in person or online at their multiple locations, but you also get a free 4-square, 1-topping pizza from Buddy's, the originator of the Detroit-style pizza. What up, though? Welcome back to Whatever Waits Live, WoodSports.com. Easy must be more Raxter and Chris, Nicholas Koloff. We are live Monday through Friday, 5 to 7 on this Right Her channel. Make sure you guys subscribe. We're trying to hit that 100K. We're over here crashing out about the Brad Holmes press conference because it was some of the same shit that you just didn't want to hear. Because you need to change, brother. We're on the fucking playoffs right now. And I'm trying to get Chris a better version of this video, but I got the quote as he's getting the video, all right? He was asked, this is from our guy Doc, by the way. Shout out to Doc for not being scared to ask actual
Shout
questions.
out to Doc.
And all those some
and
of you guys,
Wojo,
you know,
Wojo grabbed his nuts. Love
Wojo, Colton, Justin.
Yeah.
I mean, some of you guys actually like asked some good questions. But the beginning was a little bullshit softball-y. But Brad Holmes, and I quote, says, I don't want to, when I ask about aggressiveness, is I don't want to sit here and say that just more activity is going to be the answer. Honestly, a lot of the things we'll look at and a lot of the change and tweaks that we will make probably won't come with a headline. Take that. I will respond following this video. Here's Brad actually.
Yep. At this point in time, the organization has regressed. Didn't get to the postseason this year.
Yep.
When you look at changes you could make, does that involve potentially more aggressive decision making in free agency and the trade deadline?
That's hard to say without being faced with the dynamics of who the players are. It's a lot that goes into those decisions. I guess what I say about that is, we work very hard in terms of, I guess I'll back up. I understand if you don't see a certain amount of, let's call it transactional activity, and that's all you don't see. You don't see the result. You don't see another player added. You don't see the trade. You don't see the big splash signing. But our work ethic has always been high, and a lot of times, really all the time, is you have to put so much work into making sure that you don't make a mistake. Really, the easier thing to do is to see a name of interest that you've heard of, you think's been a good football player, and then you just make the call, make the move. And then you just didn't really put in all the time and efforts to find out, well, why this player is even available, or why is this player not being signed back? So it's a lot of work that goes through. So that's not going to change. But I don't want to sit here and say that just more activity is going to be the answer. Honestly, a lot of the things that we'll look at and a lot of the changes and tweaks and adjustments that we will make probably won't come with a headline. But that's not to say that we won't do something that's in that splash category, but I don't think it's it's not indicative of a lack of effort, work ethic. Look, I think one of y'all called me at the trade deadline and asked me, did you talk to anybody? And I just kind of, I wasn't offended, but I think my response was, well, why are you asking me now? Because it's a NFL calendar item with a title on it. You didn't ask me about if I talked to anybody early November or October or September or August or in June or in May. Like, the roster building thing and engaging in talks with teams, that's year round. But I totally understand that that's not public information, and you can only just go off of what's out there. But there's a lot of work. So the work ethic's not going to change, but we'll still be looking at everything.
Right. So Brad Holmes right now is telling me that he doesn't want you never want to go out and sign a good player because they might not be good anymore, and you have to look at the things that they've done to get in that position. So you look into that, right? And you're not worried about I don't know, signing Marcus Davenport, who hasn't played more than 5 games. You can oversee that. Okay. You can overlook Emmanuel Mosley twice, signing him twice, who had season-ending injuries multiple times. Okay, you can overlook a kid with fucking cancer that you drafted. But you can't overlook somebody who is a good player because he might not be good again? What does that even mean? I'm so sick of the fucking GMs in this town looking at me and saying, oh, you don't want good players because they might not be good again. Shut the fuck up. Go get somebody with a pulse and somebody who plays games and somebody who's good at football. It's really not that hard.
I can't really say any better than that, to be honest. Maybe a little calmer. But you can't say, hey, yeah, you got to find out why these guys aren't being re-signed when you re-sign Marcus Davenport fucking back-to-back years. I think we found out why he's not re-signed. God bless him. I thought it'd work out here too. Emmanuel Mosley, you can't say, yo, you got to do the due diligence looking at why these guys have been brought back to the original organizations. You fucking done this on guys that have been from the fucking common eye. When we signed Marcus Davenport, I wasn't the happiest camper about it. People criticized me for it. He's good just when he's healthy. Okay, let's look at the fucking track record. When is he fucking healthy? This is a blank fucking sheet of paper. He's had 7 pressures this season. You can't tell me that's the reason why you're not going out there acquiring big names when you're acquiring fucking guys that haven't done dick. You can't. It doesn't work that way, Brad. And another thing too. Okay, let's go with like the splash moves. LA Rams. Win trade for Matthew Stafford and Von Miller. What'd they do?
Won a Super Bowl.
Okay. The Buccaneers grabbed JPP, Rob Gronkowski, Antonio Brown, Tom fucking Brady. What'd they do?
Won a Super Bowl.
Oh, that's crazy. The Eagles in the draft trade up in the first fucking round into the top 10 to grab Jalen Carter, and they went and got Saquon Barkley. What did they do?
They won a Super Bowl.
Signing big names, signing good players helps you win the fucking Super Bowl. They help you get to what you're trying to do. What are you fucking doing lollygagging, pussyfooting around, and signing Marcus Davenport opposite of Aiden Hudson when he's on a rookie fucking deal? And the worst part about it is he's right. You're not going to get that splash move this year. They can't afford it. They got guys to re-sign, the guys they've already re-signed. That fucking window of opportunity has passed you, unfortunately, to build that super team outside of drafting it outright.
I swear to God, if another GM in this town looks at me and says, you don't want good players, I'm going to fight them. I don't care how big Brad Holmes is. I will fight you. Don't sue me.
And I gotta say, I mean, this just seemed straight up like he was ripping fastballs, and then here comes Doc, actually throws the breaking ball. The amount that you saw Brad Holmes ramble in that one clip, flustered at first, had to take a step back and just started rambling. This reeks of the same thing that Dan Campbell said, falling in love with your own players in your own organization. One guy you guys haven't even mentioned, fellas, and there's a reason why. Because he didn't play this year. How about a Levi Onwuzurike call?
Yeah.
How about bringing him back? Mr. Broken Back himself finally played in a season. You bring him back? He didn't play this whole entire season. This is falling in love with your own guys once again. And honestly, it's just arrogant at this point. He's trying to call reporters out at this point during that, and specifically Ty, one of you guys asked me a question about the trade deadline. Hey, Brad, how about you do your job and you get in actual players that'll play at a quality level? Levi didn't play. Josh Paschal didn't play. You bring in Davenport, he gets hurt immediately. Shocker to nobody. I don't understand it. I truly don't. Like, Levi Onwuzurike, Mr. Broken Back himself, he didn't play.
Yeah.
Did Paschal play a snap this year? I don't understand it. That's what you're doing at defensive end.
Like
terrible.
We made the jokes of like, this guy got injured. That puts him on Brad's radar. No, that's actually true. That's a real. You just told us that's a real thing, because you can not overlook a good player maybe not being good, but you have no problem overlooking history of multiple season-ending injuries. Or cancer.
You don't.
I mean, look at that. Look at that before you sign somebody. Maybe they're too good to play on our team. No, maybe look at them breaking their leg 8 times in the past 3 years. Dude.
So players might be too good, might not be too good anymore, but you don't look at their to play. Like, it doesn't make sense, man. Like, it really, look, at first, I got it. I got it. When, okay, you're rebuilding, you're taking some gambles here, you're building something cool. But when you're here in your window, like, you need it now. Like, I don't get the whole like lack of making a splash. I really don't understand why it hasn't happened. Like, why he is so risk adverse. Like, And
again, the worst part about it, Chris, is the time's past you.
Yes.
You can't make that move now. You don't have the assets. You traded them away for Isaac Tesla. You don't have the money, and it's not even your fault you don't have the money. You guys you re-signed are guys worthy of being re-signed, but you fucked yourself on your window of opportunity to do so when half these guys, all those guys outside Jared Goff, run rookie fucking deals.
I won't let him have that excuse. I won't let him have that excuse because all you got to do is look in your conference, the NFC, and look at what the Eagles have done. Because you get aggressive, trading up in the draft, like you mentioned. You can fucking all of a sudden make some money appear and go get somebody in free agency. How many times were they linked to all of the top free agents or all of the top trade targets, everything? They just, when you want something and when you have the means to do it, you can go do it. And it's that simple. This league is a league where you can get it done. You just have to get it done. That's it. So I can't even cut him slack about, oh, well, now we're in a window, so now we're definitely not going to do it. I get what you're saying. It's more likely that he would have done it in the past.
I'm telling you, it's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Between the ideology and like the actuality of what they have to even do it.
Yeah,
you don't have the assets, money or picks.
And I look at, like, Chris, you said, like, he's so risk, adversive. I could accept that more. If you took the swing, if you went for the guy, and he turned out to be ass, well, fuck, man. At least you went for it. What I can't accept is you divvying up that same $20 million that you would give one good player to 5 injured players and all of them getting injured. I cannot accept that. That's unacceptable. If you give that $20 million to one guy and he just drops the shit, like, okay, at least you tried. At least you went out there and you got the guy who's coming off his best year, who's looking to make some things happen, who's looking to be that guy, and he just flopped. Whatever. But when you have 5 guys that you take that same amount of money to and allocate it to all of them, and none of them play because of the injuries that they always sustain, that's just being a fucking idiot. All right, we're going to go to break. We're going to come back. We got more. David Montgomery's gone, I guess. Your GM doesn't want to fight for your running back. He's just like, yeah, if he's not here, he's not here. Even though I still have him under contract, so I'm not going to take an objective stance on this. Dude, all right, let me tell you about Jack's. Jack's Car Wash. There are a bunch of Jack's Car Wash all over Michigan. You can find one near you, 40+. Text WSN to 888-522-1729, and you can get a free car wash courtesy of us. So if you're tired of Brad spewing shit all over your car, go to Jack's Car Wash. Text WSN to 888-522-1729. Get a free one on us.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports. Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Shep Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you. We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Haircuts for Men open 7 days a week. Walk-ins are always welcome. Stop in, sit down, relax, get an award-winning haircut from one of our lovely, talented stylists. You can get a hot leather neck shave, a scalp massage, a hot towel treatment. All of that wrapped into one in the King's treatment. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men open 7 days a week. It's wicked awesome.
What up, though, and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. Smash the like button, be a friend, tell a friend, share the stream. We are live Monday through Friday, 5 through 7. If you like what you hear and if you want to come back, talk some shit, we'll be right here. We ain't never running. We ain't never scared, all right? This one's got my boy Spinny Hot. I forgot a little bit of different take on it, but obviously this year we saw the splits between Jahmyr Gibbs, Dave Montgomery go from like a 50-50, and the fucking 60-30 or whatever the fuck you want to do, a fucking 70-25. 70-20. My math made no sense the past two examples. But Monty's role has been diminished, and Monty was not shy about expressing himself, being upset about it. Here's Brad Holmes.
Very vocally upset.
When asked by Rachel Hopper if he's going to be here next year with the Detroit Lions.
Always that compensation, but very, very happy with the growth that Tesla took.
Obviously, there are a lot of factors that contribute to the stagnancy of the run game this year, but just from your perspective, do you expect David Montgomery to be here next year?
Yeah, look, obviously I know that there was a tough year for him in terms of the lack of touches, and I'm not going to say that we went into it planning for it to be that way. I thought he handled it like a pro, and so look, those are discussions that we're going to have a lot more in depth in terms of like what is the best plan for him going forward. Is it somewhere else or whatever the case be, but just really appreciate everything that he has done for us. If it does end up going that way, I hope it doesn't, because we love David Montgomery. He's a good football player, and wish we would have been able to get more utilization from him. I know Dan feels the same way, but those are conversations that we're going to have because got a lot of respect for that player. He deserves to be in a situation where his skill set can be utilized, and so we'll love it for it to be here. But if it can't be here, then you would have to just see what you can work out the best for him.
That's terrible. I don't like that he just didn't acknowledge that he's still under contract next year.
He is, but if he doesn't want to fucking be here, we're not going to have you sit here pouting on social media, pouting in the locker room, and throwing fits, ruining just being a distraction to the team. Get the fuck out of here.
If you don't want to be here, quit being a bitch and request a trade then.
That's what he's saying.
Stop being a pussy and request a trade.
That's what he's saying. He said this year we're going to sit down and have that conversation. Is your future here or not? Because this is what's going on. If you don't like it, if you're going to be a distraction, if you're going to be fucking liking comments on Instagram, making whatever type of post on your story, then bye. If you feel like you get it better somewhere else, then we'll let you go. We'll make that.
For me, it's you're in the position of authority. In the position, he is under contract for your team for another year. So if they would ask me, what's the future about David Montgomery? I would say David Montgomery is a Detroit Lion until after next season. And if he doesn't want to be that, he can tell me. Flat out. That's all you got to say. You don't go, we wish he could have been utilized more, or we want him to do this and that. No, you are a football player for my football team. If you don't want to be that, tell me. Because until next year, this time, you're still a Lion. If you don't want to be a Lion, say you don't want to be a Lion, we'll ship you out of town.
What's what he said? We're having that conversation. It's exactly what he said in a different translation.
We're trying to do, being a pussy about it.
You want him to get to the fucking general manager of a fucking football organization. He's not going to go up there and hard ass his way out there. That's not how you go about those situations.
Well, he does it to the media. Stand up for yourself. Be a man.
He said exactly what you wanted him to say. I don't understand what you're mad about.
He made no acknowledgement of him currently. He acted like he's a free agent.
He said we're going to have a conversation, and if he feels like he'll be better elsewhere, then... I hope he stays here. I hope he wants to be here with us, but we're not going to fucking bullshit and keep him here against his will. If he's going to sit here and be a distraction,
he's under contract.
But it does not fucking matter if he's under contract, if he's being an asshole. I don't want you in my locker room.
Then fucking don't show up.
That's what they're going to have the conversation about. That's what he just said.
So pussy, man.
I don't think you got to be professional, dude. He's being professional about it. He said exactly what you wanted.
Man, I don't know. Maybe he needs to be used more. No, he's under contract. He's going to be here next year.
I think you're so upset he might get traded.
Trade him. I think. What do you mean? It's up to him. No, it's not up to him. It's up to you. You're the GM.
What's up to them? It's a conversation they got to have, and they're going to have it. And Monty may not be.
Why haven't they had it already? Those were the exit interviews.
Well, I don't know.
Maybe if David Montgomery sits down, the first thing you should ask him is, "Hey, do you want to be a Detroit Lion for your last year under contract?" No. All right, we'll trade you. That's the first question you should ask him. And not knowing it by now, you already did your exit interviews. When are you going to have that conversation?
We don't know if they interview with Brad.
See, I actually took it different than both of you. So this is where you guys can make up and say, "Shut up, Chris, you're an idiot." But I actually took it different than both of you. I didn't like that Brad Holmes sounded just like accepting and defeating about it. Like he was just he started mentioning everything was past tense. Notice everything was past tense that he was saying. And then he was also, when he was talking about it, like, man, we really wish we could have made it work here. Like, we could really well, Brad, you're the GM. Sit down with Dan Campbell. Get an offensive coordinator in here that's going to maximize it, because when you see those two together, you've seen it be electric. You've seen it have the best run game in the NFL. I didn't like that he was just kind of like, just it's over. I didn't like, that's how I took it. I took it as him just kind of talking like it was already over, using a bunch of past tense words and not talking action about, you know what, he was underutilized this year, and I get the frustration, and we want to get a Monty that we got from 2 years ago where he was balling. We want to get back to that. We're going to find the offensive coordinator. We're going to get to this schematics and make sure we get Monty being back to Monty in a Lions uniform. Don't just act defeated and say, well, hope it's here. If not, thank you for your service. Maybe you'll go somewhere else. That's
what you got. You guys are acting like there's a fucking magic wand you wave and all is fixed. If you don't want to fucking be here, if you're not happy in your role, if you're upset this guy's outperforming you, bye.
Then say it.
He did say it in a professional manner.
No, I'm saying Monty say it. If you're that upset, if it sucks that bad, then fucking say it.
Also, this sounds just like fucking Bob Quinn, Patricia almost saying, oh yeah, we don't need a quarterback. How about you hype the living shit out of David Montgomery then? How about you jack up the trade price to try to at least do something? Him talking past tense, way to drive the stock down. That is GM 101.
Yeah.
You don't say that in the way that he said it, Easy. I don't know if you agree with that or not. But let's take a look back at this season. David Montgomery averaged 7.6 rushing attempts per game in every single loss. This team is successful when Monty also eats and gets the opportunity to. Jahmyr Gibbs can be and should be used as a receiver in multiple occasions when David Montgomery is still running the rock. I think that there is still a place for Monty on this team next year with an improved offensive line, and I think this team's way more successful when Monty is picking up tough yards, getting first downs, and giving Gibbs a true breather. 7.6 rushing attempts a game in every single loss? That's bullshit. It should never be used like that after you gave him a fat contract to stay here and be a big part of your team. Yeah, and I don't agree with him talking shit on social media. But I do agree that he needs to be used more.
Yeah, I just hate the flip-floppy, lovey-dovey, oh, I hate it here, and then, oh, I'm posting pictures with my teammates at brunch.
Yeah, dude, I don't like that shit.
If you don't want to be here, man up, walk up to Dan, walk up to Brad, and say, I don't want to be here. We had much more important questions to ask Brad Holmes than about if our second-string running back is going to play out the last year of his contract. Why is that even a question? If he doesn't want to be here, leave. Like, fuck.
Bye, Felicia. What's the chat on with that one? I know it's a touchy one because we love Monty here, but like.
I do love Monty.
But damn.
But it's a distraction.
And it sounds like everything else from all the other clips I've heard so far of Brad Holmes at this presser, right? Like, not really wanting to change the way things are, but hoping for a different outcome. That's literally what that clip was. Is Brad Holmes not doing what he's done in every single other clip here, saying we're not really going to change much, but we're hoping that this outcome will be better. We're hoping that Monty wants to stay here. We're not really going to change it. All I'm asking for, Easy, is again, I get what you're saying, the professionalism part. I'm not mad at that. I'm mad at Brad Holmes not coming here and saying, look, we agree Monty is underutilized, or not even saying it in that way, but saying that, yeah, Monty may have been underutilized, or we have to find a way, we will find a way to get Monty back to the Monty that he was the year before. Like, that's all I'm looking for. Don't just be like, oh, man, like, I really hope he stays, but if he doesn't, man, hell of a guy. Like I don't like that, man. That's the same shit. That's the same shit with the edge rusher. We're not going to change anything, but we hope it's going to be different. Ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't take it as that. I took it as we're going to have the conversation, and if he wants to be here, great. If not, we'll find somewhere for him. And that's all you really could do in that situation.
What do you think about the Brad Holmes kind of talking in past tense and maybe devaluing a player when you could be building him up?
Well, I don't think he devalued him. I think he called him a good player. I think he said a lot of good things about him there.
Talk about him in past tense while under contract is a little bit of a head scratcher.
Well, it's the writing is on the wall. He was not happy this year. It is what it is.
Stop accepting things, Brad.
And to be honest with you, like again, if the usage is the same next year, and you're paying them $8 million or whatever it is, that's silly shit.
Yeah.
You can't be doing that.
No,
you can't be doing that. That's another dumb usage of assets, in my opinion. So it's like if the usage is the same, the contract doesn't match that value. You gotta get rid of either way. It sucks. I love Monty.
And I'll tell you right now, David Montgomery won't get more than he's making right now in the open market. So if he wants to go try it with another team, ask Jamal Williams how that works out for you.
He's better than Jamal Williams.
He's better than Jamal Williams, but David Montgomery will not get paid more than $8 million a year if he leaves the Lions. I promise you that.
I doubt we'll be able to make that trade outside the draft, to be honest with you. Because who wants to take on that contract unless they're like, this guy completes our team? Is Monty that type of player?
I mean, maybe like the Cowboys.
What's his name? Was really good. I think he was a top 10 rusher this year. Yeah. We'll see, man. Burn with the super chat says, I don't think Brad and Dan are on the same page. Why is that?
It sounded like they aren't on the same page. Because Dan kept talking about making changes and doing things differently and relooking things. And Brad said we're doing the same thing.
Yeah, maybe. But maybe Dan's talking schematics and Brad's talking, obviously, the different departments, yeah.
You need to be talking both.
Both for sure.
Everything needs to change.
Bitch, I'm both.
Yeah. Like you said, to have the 30 of 32 most times allowed to passing quarterbacks and say we're not doing anything different about the defensive line is straight up stupid. And Brad's a smart guy, but that's stupid.
Or how about the stat on I don't remember it off top, but the games missed by players. How about that one?
That one's
leading the NFL for the last.
Yeah, nobody asked about any type of, hey, you guys suffer more injuries than any team in the NFL since Dan Campbell has taken over. Are you going to change things on how you keep players healthy? Nobody asked him about injury. Like obviously they asked him about Kirby, but nobody asked him about consistently signing injured players, having more injuries than any team in the NFL since you took over. Are you going to do things differently with your health and safety? Instead, we're asking about our fucking second-string running back being unhappy.
What a day.
Let's go to break. Let me tell you about Mad Packs. I need a Mad Pack. I need one. Go to getmadpacks.com, find a store near you carrying the best product in the game. You know the high-low pre-rolls. You know the Boom Shakalaka Tarantulas. Now they got their own line of concentrates, and they make it themselves. It's not pre-packed. It's not made from... No, they got their own factory, so check it out. Go to getmadpacks.com. Mad flavor, mad high, Mad Packs.
Get ready for the ultimate sports experience. Join former University of Michigan star and NFL sensation Braylon Edwards alongside the charismatic Shep.
Braylon Edwards, touchdown Michigan!
As they break down the latest in sports like never before. Tune into the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Touchdown, Braylon Edwards!
Weekdays from 2 to 4 p.m. only on the Woodward Sports Network. Don't miss out on hot topics, insider insights, and the banter that keeps you coming back for more.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
Detroit has the best sports fans in the world. That's why they deserve the best sports coverage in the world. We are the Woodward Sports Network.
Wicked Pickle, you guys know what it is. It is the Pickleball Tournament of the Year, and it is going down tomorrow. Make sure you guys tap into Woodward Sports because we will be going live at Wicked Pickle as Booth Boys. Chris and I are on a team. We got Eazy and Double Easy Jeff. We got Spenny and a special guest partner. We're going to be going up against Wicked Pickle greats and other Woodward Sports legends in their own right. Let's go. This is what it's all about. Wicked Pickle. Check it out. And if you want to play, Sign up now at pickleballtournaments.com or call Wicked Pickle at 734-331-3451. It's going to be a hell of a time at Wicked Pickle. Check it out.
What up, though? Welcome back to Whatever Waits Live, WordSports.com. Easy must be more Raxter, Chris, Nicholas Koloff. Smash the like button, be a friend, tell a friend, and share the stream. Are we all caught up on Super Chats? I know Burns sent a couple. Did we do that? I know it's wall-to-wall Lions, but thank goodness the Pistons have an owner willing to drop the bag.
Shout out.
GM willing to
Shout
get good
out.
players, and Cade, too.
Pistons got the best setup in the city right now. Not even close.
It's crazy.
Don't blow it, kid.
Who would have thought a couple years back? Another super chat from Burns. I don't think Brad and Dan are on. I read that one already. Slick Nick, would Mike McDaniel as OC make Monty want to stay? I don't know. I think Mike is better with fast. I mean, look at Devon A-Chain over there.
A-Chain and
Mike likes those fastbacks.
And Mozart's very fast.
Yeah, they like fast running backs. I don't. Unfortunately, no, I don't.
No, they also had a big back. His name's escaping me. I'm pulling it up right now.
Jay Ajayi.
No, it was Ollie Gordon, who was a bigger build, not super speed back, but tough sledding.
Even he's kind of fast though.
I liked Ollie Gordon, except for when he would steal A-Chain's touchdowns. I'm big on Mike McDaniel to Detroit, but the Monty thing, I still think he has a role here, fellas.
He definitely does.
George Vickers with the super chat. It's the same old Brad Holmes is bullshit. It sucks, man. It's frustrating because he's good, but there is that next level. It's like, dude, you're right there.
Yeah,
you're knocking on the fucking door.
His inability to admit that he made the wrong decision in multiple facets was staggering to me. Every time it was like, hey, how did you feel about this? Or what failures were the most? All of them. The whole failure. Not, I didn't do a good enough job addressing the offensive line, or we thought we did it, and it's gonna take some time, because we addressed it. You guys asked me for an edge in the draft, and I addressed it. Yeah, in the 6th fucking round, buddy.
Chris, I sent you some too. If you grab in Slack, just gotta address a comment here.
I wanted him to take accountability. I wanted him to say he is going to change the way he approaches different things, and he did it first. And then he came back and said, we're not changing it. So I don't know what to believe.
Yeah, it's like the first part of the press conference was the political statement, saying
that was
things
the
you had
PR
to say.
shit, yeah.
Yeah, then you got some of the questions, and he slipped up a little bit. We're doing the same. We're not going to change that. What do you mean by aggressive? Real quick, ATP 1013 says that hat lost its value. Easy. You guys see I'm rocking my guy Kiwi Clothes past pro shops with Pinay Sewell on there. No, it has not.
Yeah.
There's a graph out here in these mean streets of Twitter. It says offensive tackles, run blocking, and pass blocking. It's the offensive success rate up against the blown block rate. I apologize. Right there at the tippy top is a man named Pinay Sewell.
Oh, so he was the best offensive lineman in the league this year.
Seems
good. It's just him too. It's
by a big margin.
Yeah, by a country mile on a graph. So no, the hat has not lost its value. We still up in a Sewell. And by the way, that's while he was banged up with a fucked up ankle.
He's going to be the first ever protector of the year in the NFL.
God damn, that'd be fucking awesome.
It's going to happen.
All right, so one of the things that I crashed out about in the offseason, I don't know if I should jump into this now or save it for our next topic, but was the Tesla stuff. We do have that clip. We have other clips as well. So where do you want to go with this thing?
Let's do it, and then we can just push through and double up.
Okay.
All right.
Run the Tesla clip.
Look and replenish opposite of Hutch for sure.
Brad, I'm sure you're happy with Isaac Sala's rookie year, but how did the lack of third-round picks sort of affect what you can do in trade conversations behind the scenes, if at all?
Yeah, you have to always be at peace with that when you actually decide to part ways with that. And even when you're in April in the draft and you're about to part ways with that type of compensation, you have to know that it's gone. And you're not going to have a third round pick at the trade deadline, and you just have to understand that. I do think there's other creative ways that you can do to supplement a third round pick when it comes to trades with future picks, players being involved, and all of that. But that's one that you can't have regret or look back on, and you just have to be at peace when you part ways with that compensation. But very, very happy with the growth that Tesla took.
I'm not gonna lie, but I know we were gonna talk about Tesla and the trade and whatever, and I had things to say in that. I for surely do, but because we were such a rush, I didn't get to cut this clip the way I wanted to get it to Chris, and I got the back half of that edge answer again, and I fucking want to. Oh man, replenish what, Brad? What are you replenishing?
Replenish opposite of Hutch.
What are you fucking?
Oh, so you're gonna sign more
dude?
injured players?
And here's the thing too: if you're gonna say, hey, there's things we did that aren't public, make them fucking public.
Yes.
What did you try to do? Put us at ease. Get us off your ass a bit. Oh, I tried to get James Pierce Jr. I just didn't want to give up the first-round pick. Okay. At least I know what the aggressive standard is. At least I know you tried. I could understand not want to give up a first-round pick. Although last year, no, I think you should have given it up. Because that first-round pick, had you got James Pierce Jr., would have been fucking 28-32.
And that's what it was for me. And that's why I'm disappointed in the media in this town, for the most part. Is because he said multiple times, oh, we tried to do this. We tried to do that. We went to do this. We couldn't work this out. We offered it, but people didn't accept it. And it's a two-way street. Okay, then when are you going to be willing to do what it takes to get something like that done? Is there ever going to be a point in time in your tenure with the Lions where you say, okay, I have to get this done? Because it happens a lot. It just seems like you're not willing to do it. And that's the question I need asked. Will you ever be willing to put your balls on the table and do what it takes to get it done?
It's fucking weird, though, man, because, like, in a way, he is willing to do it when you talk about the Tesla trade. You gave away 3 third-round picks for this guy, and you got a 6 and him back in return.
Smartest guy in the room.
Per capita, that's worse than giving up 1 first-round pick for James Pierce Jr. 3 third-round picks for a third-round pick, or 1 first-round pick for a first-round pick. It's this.
Sorry to interrupt, Eazy.
No, you're good. You're good. I don't even know what the fuck I even want to say to that shit. Because I look at Jalen Phillips, who was traded at the trade deadline this year. He went for a third-round pick. He's in the playoffs. Yeah. They're playing at home. I look at Chase Young a couple years back. He was going to wait for a third-round pick. They played in the playoffs at home. They went to the fucking Super Bowl. Who'd they beat to get there?
The Lions.
Oh, shit. That's crazy. Like you are willing to do things, but not for anything that's proven. Not for shit, and maybe just my aspect, makes fucking sense. Like a third-round pick for an edge rusher that's probably going to get a top-of-the-market deal come offseason. A third-round pick is worthy of that. You talk about supplementing, the trade assets for that third round with future third-round picks. You don't have a fucking future third-round pick. You trade it. You got nothing this year. I just, again, Tesla may be special. You re-sign J-Mo. Amon-Ra's under contract. For a fucking wide receiver 3.
Yeah.
No matter how you look at it, no matter how good he's going to be. Maybe he edges and becomes wide receiver 2. Maybe. It's just what the fuck, man.
You absolutely could not have re-signed J-Mo after making that move. Like, it didn't make sense. And I love Jamison Williams, and I love pairing him with St. Brown. You don't go and spend 3 third-rounders on a wide receiver that is weapon 5 or 6 now on this Detroit Lions team that wants to run the ball first. You straight up don't do it at all. Like, it's just a terrible use of resources. And we talked about it all year down the stretch when we couldn't win games against the Steelers and the Vikings. Why couldn't we win those games, boys? The trenches on both sides of the ball. We stopped running the ball successfully, and we stopped defending the run successfully. The Detroit Lions needed to use that capital and get some big body, bad asses in the trenches instead of a 5th or 6th weapon on this Detroit Lions offense. I don't care if Tesla was a Pro Bowler in his rookie season because it's on a team that didn't make the playoffs. So to me, it doesn't matter. It's all flash. It's all, sizzle and no steak. I just don't understand it right now, the way Brad is doing things. He's gotten away from what got him here. You went first year with Penei Sewell. You went second year with Aiden Hutchinson. You have to get back to the basics, and it's big body mofos that will win you football games. And they've gotten away from that, and it's sad.
And there's some great analogies, too. I get what you guys are saying. Like, you're done. You don't want to hear him say, I tried. It's not, I don't want to hear him say he tried. He did say he tried. I want to know specifics what you did. Like to Danny D's analogy, I tried to fix your engine, but we couldn't get it done. Well, tell me why.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck happened? What's stopping you? Because then I know what your limitations are. Then I know what's capping you. Then I know if I'm at least proud of what you're doing or not. I don't know. And I'm kind of upset that nobody asked him details. What did you try to do, Brad? What was it? Tell us, boy.
It's not this
Come on.
It's not this confidential information. All right, let's go to break. We'll come back.
He's turning into Scott Harris.
He is turning into Scott Harris.
And I fucking despise Scott Harris. I'm not even a big baseball fan. I think that guy's the biggest douchebag in town.
He is. Tell us about Chill Medicated.
I'll tell you, I need some Chill Medicated. I'll tell you that much. All right, Chill Medicated. And the best thing about it, too, is I could take it, and it's not going to disrupt me from my job. All right? It's non-transdermal, and it does not get you high. All right, Chill Medicated, CBD.com's website. It's not a THC product. It's a CBD product to help you deal with your daily aches and pains. Make sure you check it out. Chill Medicated, CBD.com.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Like a frostbite straight from the divine. Cold rush on my skin feels so fine. Muscle freeze, it's an ache. No side effects, no mistake. Chill Sub-Zero, icy and true. Feel the chill. It's all for you. It's not magic, just science play. Chill Sub-Zero.
Detroit has the best sports fans in the world. That's why they deserve the best sports coverage in the world. We are the Woodward Sports Network.
Well, the best drink in the game right now. If you need to drink your emotions away after hearing this press conference, because all GMs in this town don't want to take any accountability. You know what to pick up. It's Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea. I know I'll be sipping some tonight. It's Woodward Sports' favorite drink. All right, all jokes aside, it truly is a great drink right now. It is my favorite, along with a lot of guys here at Woodward Sports. It's 4.5% alcohol, low in calories, delicious in flavor. If you're going to the bar tonight to go watch a big game, make sure you check out Sun Cruiser. And if you're going to the liquor store to pick up something good, make sure it's a Sun Cruiser. Come let us know tomorrow what you think. Go check it out.
Is that public?
Shout out Johnny
No,
Mo.
well, yeah, some dude posted it on Twitter.
Oh.
Some dude gronked me on Twitter. I sent it to Eazy. I look pretty good.
Yeah, you do. Cute little thought. Cute little thought thing.
Little thotty.
Oh.
Some guy made a picture of me in a bikini on Twitter. It's pretty funny.
Spencer's burner. He made his own
Yeah,
picture. Of
yeah,
himself in a
some
bikini.
guy. Super chat in there from poor Daryl. He says the injury curse on this team and how dependent we are with running the ball and play action. You tell Demo too bad. If Gibbs gets hurt next year, we effed.
So that leads into my conspiracy
here we
theory.
go.
I'm cracked the coda.
Chris sent that super chat so he can give this theory.
I swear to God, that's just God timing. That's just God timing. The Lions are a money laundering organization for the Ford family.
All right.
Brad Holmes drafts injured players so that they get sent to Henry Ford medical facilities and surgeons so that they
Covered
get
by the
more
insurance.
money in their pocket.
Damn.
This is what this organization is, and I just want you guys to know that is
fair.
the truth.
Okay.
Listen, we'll give you the money to do what you need to, but you have to draft and sign at least 2 injured players a year.
He said, how about 10?
Damn.
Yeah. Oh, 2? I was going to do that anyways. Yeah.
George Vigor, the super chat. Sorry, boys. I have a bad feeling. No playoffs next year. I hope I'm wrong. Echolocation.
Smell it.
Yeah, I think he meant bad feeling. And, yeah, he says no playoffs
Anakin,
next
you
year.
shut up. Stop. Why are you being such a snooty little bitch in the chat recently? Shut up.
Yeah, somebody pissed off Anakin.
Yeah,
Talk about a guy
he's
who
in college now. Go get laid, dude. You're in college.
No, he's not. He's a Fed.
Fed, college, no matter.
Sorry, Anakin, but not sorry. You've been acting real pissy in the chat lately, and it's starting to piss me off.
He's just one of the fucking extra sloppy for you. Ah, give me the fucking shit.
Let's talk about something good. Let's
Okay.
talk about something good. Let's talk about something nice. Let's talk about something
Feel
fun.
good.
Because per Ian Rappaport, Brad Holmes, to divert topic away from his sorry-ass press conference, and the Detroit Lions have officially reached out to Mike McDaniel.
Shut up and take my
to
money.
interview for their open offensive coordinator position. By far the best name on the market when it comes to offensive minds. That's Jahmyr Gibbs if Mike McDaniels is his offensive coordinator. By far the best offensive mind on the market. By far the best litany of weapons with an open position at coordinator. A match made in heaven. Brad, like I said, I will forgive you. You can re-sign Marcus Davenport if you get Mike McDaniel as the OC. That would be something that would immediately put you back in Super Bowl contention in my eyes.
Litany, Whitney, hit me with that Mike Daniels news, boy. That would be brilliant. I thought, well, I'm so used to mediocrity when it comes to the aggressiveness in this town from these franchises that I'm like, they're probably not even gonna call Mike. They're not even gonna fucking try. I've gotten conditioned to that. I taught myself that. I told myself that. And then that Ian Rappaport fucking line came across my screen. Brother, there has been nothing else rumored. And obviously he's going to get every offer to be, to become a head coach. He's going to be interviewed. He's going to be interviewed to become every offensive coordinator for every offensive coordinator position available to him. But this is, in my opinion, numero uno. I think the only one that's outpacing us as like a place you'd like to be is maybe, I would say the Commanders. But that too. Baltimore, Commanders, and maybe the Giants. I thought the Giants in there too. But this is number one, I think. Especially if you're looking to become a head coach again, this is an easy step to that.
Shout out to Ryan TV in there. He says, shout out to the best boys at Woodward Sports. It's 08:30 here in Okinawa now. So shout out, dude. We appreciate you, man.
Is that a morning 08 or a PM 08?
It has to be morning.
Yeah, because it's close. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It's
8:30
I'm here for fucking Mike Daniels.
Chicago right now.
Because the other thing, too, over there is they didn't have what the Detroit Lions had at offensive line last year. A lot of that was creativity. Shit that he schemed up in the absence of fucking pure run blocking. That's fucking brilliant stuff. And that's one thing that the 49ers have always had. I've said it yesterday when we talked about hiring their current run game coordinator. This guy's been there for all of them. No matter who's been in that backfield has been successful, we could definitely, by 1,000,000%, do that with guys like Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery. Even if David Montgomery's not here, Jahmyr Gibbs, you for damn sure could do the same exact thing. I argue that A-Chain was better, if not on par with Jahmyr Gibbs this year. Jahmyr Gibbs, maybe he is better. Let's see Mike McDaniel prove it. I think he could do that shit. This is awesome. This is great news.
This is great news.
Nigga, it's your boy.
It's exactly what you needed.
Yeah, you bring in Mike McDaniel, you're right back as
the king of the north.
You're winning this division. You are going to the Super Bowl after they upgrade this offensive line. You talk about the pre-snap motion that the Dolphins ran to help out Tua and get their playmakers with speed in space. I swear to God, this guy, Mike McDaniel, would be a home run hire for the Detroit Lions, and I truly believe they'd all win a Super Bowl together. Their first Super Bowl together. Mike McDaniels doesn't have one either. He's been a coach forever, an assistant coach, and then a head coach with the Dolphins. You know what, Mike? Come vape on our sidelines. We'll take you. We got shops all over the place. I don't give a shit.
Mr. Vapor. We got Mr. Vapor.
We'll get it on a shirt. We'll get Mike McDaniel queued up there. Sheila Ford, do not let anybody please outbid you. If that happens, it is a complete failure. For a team that needs a home run hire at offensive coordinator, Mike McDaniel would be a perfect match made in heaven fit for the Detroit Lions. And I truly believe you would ace this offseason before it even starts.
If Mike McDaniel is an offensive coordinator next year anywhere but Detroit, you have completely failed as an organization.
Agreed.
Because that is what you need to make happen. If he's a head coach, okay, all right, whatever. He wants to go be a head coach somewhere, sure. But also for him, What's like the knock on Mike McDaniel? It's not his offensive mind. It's not his play calling. It's not his play design. It's that he's not the leader. He's not the alpha. He's not the guy that's going to get the locker room going.
That's what they say.
It's interesting.
Come chill with Dan Campbell for a couple of years, and that's going to rub off on you. Pause. Like, you can... Oh, jizz. Like, you can...
Jizz?
You can learn under Dan Campbell. Obviously not how to be Fugazi who picks it up. But you know who also wasn't the leader, the rah-rah, the hype-up guy, and he was kind of the quiet nerd offensive coordinator?
Benjamin Johnson.
Ben fucking Johnson. And then he learned under Dan Campbell how to be a man. Dan Campbell said, I'll make a man out of you.
Cringe
and
out.
Mike McDaniel... With the swiftness of a tiger, you can come to the Detroit Lions and become a man. Dude, I think it's perfect. Because,
perfect.
Shout out to our guy, Lucas.
Perfect.
But our guy, Lucas, in the chat was saying he wants an alpha and stuff like that as offense. No, I don't want an alpha. Our alpha is Dan Campbell. I want a nerd. Mike McDaniel is a nerd. Bring him in here. And you can go bar for bar with Ben Johnson in your own division. Cooking Ben Johnson. Oh, man. It sounds good to me. Our guy Ryan TV with the super chat says, McDaniel is the popular choice, but do you think his offensive philosophies would conflict with Dan's and would spread over a more ground and pound approach? I don't know if we got the horses for ground and pound approach, especially if David Montgomery wants to twiddle his thumbs in Tennessee.
Yeah, I think that's the conversation they got to have. I think that's what the meeting's going to entail with. Okay, hey, the way you like to do things, does it conflict or coincide with what we'd like to do? All right, we got something here. Here's fucking $12 million. Whatever the price tag needs to be.
You make Mike McDaniel the highest paid offensive coordinator in the NFL, and you don't think twice about it.
Word for word, bar for bar.
The thing, too, is if he comes here, and then maybe it's just me being a fucking fanboy, if and when he comes here, it just feels like that part in the docuseries of the Super Bowl champion Detroit Lions, and then we got Mike, and it's there's the glasses, him doing all the fucking funny little bits and skits and shit like that.
Him on the sideline with Amon-Ra St. Brown, yeah, so you got him on that one, right?
Yeah,
it's just some
awkward
goofy
interactions
shit,
with him and Dan Campbell. I just see it. It just feels like that type of vibe. And if they met, I don't think it's going to be a money thing. I think it'll be exactly what Ryan TV is saying, though, because as much as sometimes you hate it, Dan Campbell, Brad Holmes, they are principled guys.
And that would be fucking stupid of them. Flat out, that would be stupid of Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes. The only reason Mike McDaniel should not be the offensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions is if he gets a head coaching job in the NFL.
And by the way, too, the spread approach this year you saw out of the Dan Campbell scheme is because we couldn't run the football consistently. They are a ground and pound football team in itself, a play action football team in itself. That fits the mold of Mike Daniel. That's what they did in Miami.
And I'll tell you what, Mike McDaniel, you're not going to find pure shit anywhere other than Miami than Detroit.
That's fair.
Our shit's pretty good.
We got the.
I've heard, allegedly. So I've heard.
Hey, the price might be going up at the Venezuela stuff. I don't know.
He's battled with, I believe, addiction in his past. He's clean now, so shout out Mike getting
McDaniel,
clean.
overcoming demons.
We got vapes for you.
We will give you vapes, anything you need on that.
If your bread and butter is running the football, we got Penei Sewell and Jahmyr Gibbs here. Where else you want to be, brother? Where the fuck else you want to be?
I'm with you guys on the fact that it's a complete failure, and I will 100% crash out if he takes an offensive coordinator job somewhere else. This is the easiest thing to a softball boom home run hire that you will ever see in your life if this guy is an offensive coordinator. Dan, you obviously couldn't handle the pressure right now of calling the plays and trying to lead your team because your defense turned into absolute shit down the stretch. You need to command everything, but you can't just have it all on the offense for Dan. God, I would love this hire.
We have the before and after pictures of Mike McDaniel if he ends up a coordinator for the Detroit Lions.
Give that man some buffies.
Get rid of the fucking aviators, bruh. Get you some Cartiers.
He would definitely be rocking the buffs on the sideline.
Oh, yeah. Without a doubt. Cartier Mike. You feel me?
It's bad
Get
boy
done.
for life.
This would be
home run.
Yeah.
It would
honestly.
be by far the best
It would be.
thing you could do.
It's the coaching equivalent of that Saquon Barkley. It's the coaching equivalent of the fucking Jalen Carter, Von Miller, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's what this is.
Makes too much sense.
Again, I just see it in the 30 for 30. Whatever docuseries you end up being on Netflix, whatever it is. That's one of those moments.
Yeah, we tried that old fart Johnny Morton and it didn't work.
Switched it up.
And then we got Mike.
Switched it
And
up.
it's Bad Boys for Life. And it's Mike McDaniel walking in with Cardi on the sideline.
Super chat from Poor Daryl. McDaniel definitely opening up with "What up, though" at his intro press
He
conference.
would for sure.
Without a fucking doubt, dude.
What up, though?
He's a big Eminem fan.
He is an Eminem fan.
And he respects Jared Goff.
Dude, we got to get Eminem
To recruit Mike
to
McDaniel.
Mike McDaniel.
I got a guy who knows the guy.
We got you tell him.
He's married to the girl. He's my guy. Punched me in the stomach in 3rd grade, but I had him do it because the crush I had was in front of us in the line, and I was like, yeah, all right, that wouldn't fucking hurt me. He fucking punched me in the stomach, and I was like, fuck, I want to cry so bad.
What the
Sarah
fuck?
Sabakis is right there. I didn't cry, but I cried on the bus.
You just name dropped her.
Yeah, I did get the whole government. Shout out.
Shout out.
Shout out. That was like 3rd grade.
All day.
Where,
Gotta be.
fun fact, Neil's wife was my teacher.
Shout out.
Shout
Shout
out.
out.
Shout out.
Is she a good teacher?
Yeah, she was a good teacher.
Neil's wife's a great lady.
If she was a
Very
bad
nice.
one, would he say it on air?
Huh? Yeah, nope, I wouldn't. No, I'm just kidding. I love her. She was awesome.
Yeah,
No, that's awesome.
She's a very nice lady.
All right. Tell us about Black Rock, Chris.
I'm going to tell you about Black Rock Bar and Grill. Black Rock Bar and Grill is a sizzle above the rest. Like the Lions offense will be sizzling with Mike McDaniel as our new OC. Check out any of the locations near you: Heartland, Novi, Kenton, Ann Arbor, Utica, Davidson, and Portage. Black Rock Bar and Grill. Make sure you mention Woodward Sports when you're there to get 20% off your total food bill. Black Rock Bar and Grill. Check it out.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, you know, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
Let's give it up for David Tully, everybody. David Tully. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Congratulations to the real coach of the year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
Art and Jake's is my favorite sports bar in the state of Michigan. If they had other bars outside of Michigan, they'd be my favorite there too. 80 TVs, wall to wall, excellent food. All right, that's actually #1 for me. You can get beer and watch the game anywhere. Top-notch food with a large selection of it, that's rare. And that's why I go to Art and Jake's. For my UFC Saturdays, for my NFL Sundays, I'm there. That's my spot. 90 menu items. 22 draft beers, 80 TVs wall to wall. I gave you the numbers, do the math. It's Art and Jake's every time.
The food's really good.
Feels good. Yeah, how do we get Eminem to recruit Mike McDonald?
I just put a tweet
Got
out.
to wrap orange, door hinge, Mike McDaniel's Lions
I just
coordinator.
put a tweet out there.
Okay.
I'm doing my part.
At Eminem?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
I told him you need to help recruit Mike McDaniel in
I'm going
Detroit.
to threaten him.
He's a fan of yours.
If you don't get Mike McDaniel, I'm putting you in a bikini every fucking chance I get, pal. I'm pretty sure he's already put himself in a bikini in a video.
He probably did.
Probably has.
Probably.
Whoops, I mean girl.
2000 was a wild time.
World.
Man, Mike McDaniel would be the one thing that could really save me.
Oh, would he do the Eminem bleach blonde too?
Mike McDaniel?
Yeah.
Probably.
Or he just comes up dressed like Eminem.
That'd be cool.
That'd be hard. That'd be
Eminem
tough.
should be at his press conference.
He should.
Dressed
He should
as
be
Mike
an anger
McDaniel.
translator after a loss.
That would be funny.
That'd be hard.
That'd be a great skit.
That would be a phenomenal skit. Yeah. Mike McDaniel was good stuff. We got more bad stuff. But what are we going back to the bad stuff? What are we doing here?
What's the bad stuff?
We got 16 minutes. You want to end on a bad note or a good one?
We could talk Pistons.
We
Oh,
can't talk
no.
Pistons.
We
What's
can't-
the, what's
And
the,
we are contractually obligated.
This is
to
more,
not
this is
talk
more Brad
Pistons.
stuff. You know what?
Shout out to them.
We have Brad talking about the new play caller. You got that one, Chris?
Yes, I do. Let me find it. Hold on. You may
The
have to
Detroit Lions select.
I mean, it's a lot, but I mean, there has to be leadership. There has to be detail oriented. It's got to be command of the room. You just have to be able to know that there's somebody that's going to be able to dot every I, cross every T, and make sure that nothing is compromised from a detail standpoint, from a standard standpoint, from the start of the game planning period all the way till the end of the week. And so we're just looking for that type of person, whether the person has previous experience calling plays or not. I've been around previous coaches that have not done it and did it, and had a lot of success with it. So I do think a lot of it is just you just got to just get in front of them, hear them out, spend some time with them, and kind of hear their ideas, hear their philosophy, do a lot of vetting, as much vetting as you can, and just make the decision. But I think when you go through the process of getting in front of them, when you know, you know.
Look outside the organization, though. This time.
Absolutely. We're looking at everything.
And they're obviously looking at Mike McDaniel because it is Purry and Rappaport is on record that they have reached out to him. And I talked about my two things were, one, I wanted a young, offensive, innovative mind. That's what I don't want. One of these old farts. I don't want a Brian Dable. I don't want a Jason Garrett. I don't want anybody like that. I want a young, offensive innovator. And two, preferably somebody from Kyle Shanahan's tree. Offensive innovator, young, Kyle Shanahan, and he's got the experience. If it walks, looks, fucks, and shits like a duck, it's probably a duck.
Or Mariah Mills.
Or
donkey farts.
Or it's donkey farts.
Or it's donkey farts.
I think you got to do it. I do. I like I said, I think the only reason that I would accept for Mike McDaniel not to be the offensive coordinator for the Lions next year is if he's a head coach somewhere else.
What if it's a philosophy thing?
No, I would not accept that. Because he is from the Kyle Shanahan tree. They run the ball.
What if Dan's like, listen, you guys came to practice here last year and we whooped y'all pussy ass, boy. Fuck, I'm going to make you my offensive coordinator for folk.
Lions
I don't think Dan would say that. But
you don't think Dan would say exactly like that? Just like that?
I don't think Dan would say that.
Dan
is
gonna say
not
pussy ass, boy.
Dan's not from Atlanta, but no.
Fuck, nigga.
No, Dan likes him. Dan likes Mike McDaniel.
We do have a picture of them laughing together.
Yeah, they're boys.
Lions
"What up,
travel
partner?"
to Miami next season. Little comeback, 50, 60, 70-point game for Detroit
Ooh.
Lions led by Mike McDaniel with me in the stands. Looking like Mike McDaniel with pants rolled up.
If we hire him, will you make a commitment to dress like him?
Yeah.
The day of?
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, I will.
You
for
come
sure.
late. I'll find someone to film for you.
I will go
You
to
come in and
Miami.
we'll interview you as Mike McDaniel.
I'll buy you fake cardies.
I try to go to one away game every year. I will go to Miami dressed
Yeah,
as
you
Mike
never
McDaniel.
invite us.
Yeah, sick, dude.
Just you gotta hit up my real boys, aka my family. That
I thought we were family, but whatever.
Fuck
Guess
yeah,
we're just
boy.
friends.
I guess we're just
coworkers,
friend,
huh,
boy.
Chris?
Hey, that's right.
I got that
Spencer
kind of cash,
WS
boys.
said.
Co-worker type shit, you feel me? George Vickers of Super Chat says it's going to be the same shit show on the defense, I'm sorry. Injuries and no secondary. We should have fired Shep too. Wow.
Listen, if you
There's
went,
a lot
if
of
you
good
went into
options.
next
If you want
year-
to upgrade over Shep, then fine. I don't know if we just outright firing him.
Yeah, I don't think you. If you go into next year with Mike McDaniel and Raheem Morris as your coordinators, I'd be happy as a clam. I guess. Clams
Where's
are
that
happy.
expression come from?
I
Yeah,
don't
why
know.
do they say why?
They bubble, maybe.
They say it in the SpongeBob song. La 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 la.
Have you ever
la,
been swallowed?
Crazy expression. La la. All right, sorry. We're gonna break through mailbag. How about
Mailbag
that?
coming up next.
All right.
Ask us any questions you want in the chat, and we won't avoid them like Brad Holmes. Tell us about Ben
I
Johnson.
really want to answer your question, but
Shout
you're
out,
gay.
shout out Maz's cart bag, whatever that says. Nick will be in 100-degree Miami, still in short sleeve sweater. Hell yeah, well, let's go, baby. They're definitely coming back. Shout
tell us
out
about
that
Ben
comment.
Johnson, baby.
Ben Johnson?
Yeah.
Someone say
With a
Ben
V.
Johnson? Ben
V.
Johnson. It's the best fighter in the game. You guys know what it is. Ben Johnson over at Ben Johnson Law. If you ever get into any legal trouble whatsoever, there's only one guy to call. It's Ben Johnson. He's going to do everything to fight for you to make sure you come out on top in the courtroom. Check him out over at VenFights.com. Check him out. It's Ben Johnson over at Ben Johnson Law.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, it's wicked awesome.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Shep Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
Crown last night. I always get the walkers because it's cold out. Last night, I don't know what it was. I find it wasn't that cold out. I smoked the full Northern Lights Indica Jester, and let me tell you, primo. I was texting my thoughts to random people. I called my grandma. I told her I missed her. It was great. Gold Crown concentrates. They're the best in the biz. All right, get them. Get a Jester and also get some gummies. Smoke like royalty only with Gold Crown.
DNC
I didn't get a
ENT
call.
with a mailbag says, Spenny, have you fallen into the fitness YouTube? I have over the last week, and I've been on the Diamond Gym binge sessions for the last day and a half. I do. I like the Trend Twins. I like Sam Sulik, and I like Togi a lot. Those guys are fucking funny. I watch a lot of those guys.
Mailbag. Spencer, which general manager has made more of an impact in Detroit sports right now?
Still Brad Holmes.
Yeah.
Mailbag, easy. Who hates you more, Brad or Ivy's mom?
Ivy's mom.
I've been in the same room as Ivy's mom. It's Ivy's mom, by far. Which,
What?
by the way,
I'm hearing about this.
started last night, did he not? Started the game?
He did.
I didn't really fucking notice him out there. There's this fucking Jaden Ivey guy, huh? Huh? You piece of shit, up your trade value already. Come on. I'm just kidding. I love Jaden Ivey.
No, you don't.
I hate his stance. Ivy's got fucking his kudos to him and whatever he's did. His fan base, they're riding.
Mailbag from Freddie Felt. Ass or titties? Ass. I'm a thigh guy.
I think I'm becoming a titty guy.
Oh.
I think I was an ass guy. Now I'm a titty guy.
Yeah. Really?
I think so.
Nice.
It's interesting.
I love them all. How do you choose?
I'm a thigh guy.
Nick, what are you?
Cause it's bad boy for life.
Mustaches.
He's a personality guy.
Yeah.
It's ass all the way.
Yeah.
This is not a debate. Love the good nice nips, but Jesus Christ, give me a good old.
I can
booty.
do. Small tits are fine. I mean, yeah, small tits are fine. No ass.
We know it's ass for you, Chris. That's why we didn't.
Yeah.
And we
men have
want
ass.
to smoke.
I'm not gay
no more.
I am delivered. I like women.
Why are Clem's happy as fuck if Pearl's made?
Spenny, is it just wishful thinking, or would McDaniel truly consider the Lions? He would truly consider the Lions. We have one of the best litany of offensive weapons in the league, and you can easily become a head coach from here, unless you're Johnny Morton.
Mailbag, Spenny, did you do the disclaimer?
I did not.
And you hit one earlier, I think.
We do not condone sexual gratification or violence upon anybody else. This is everything we say is for comedic and satirical purposes. We are not real. You are not real. Brad Holmes is a liar. Don't sue us.
Shout out the chat too. You guys came through today. Make sure you guys smash that like button before you guys head out. Definitely helps push this out. This was a hell of a stream. We were all in this together.
Dayton Leegood makes a great point. He says he's a trifecta guy. Ass tits and face is
number one.
Number one. Gotta be pretty.
Easily.
Gotta be pretty.
Easily.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I know Dayton Leegood.
Shouting Dayton Leegood.
I've said it before. He's never confirmed if it's him or not. So maybe it's just a common name that I'm unfamiliar with. That's common. Speaking of sports, that's cool, man. I had no idea. I mean, I would be kind of hard to work in since this is Detroit Sports Talk Show. You don't really have many Michigan fighters in the UFC. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and Spinny's declining dead. UFC fan. Spinny's no longer a UFC fan.
Mr. Omar 34P said Nick loves dick.
What the fuck?
No, don't like that.
I'm not gay no
I'm
more.
with you, HNG, LOZ, whatever, hung lose. McDaniel as our OC almost feels too good to be true. I'm with you.
Pat Guitar, we're here from Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Join us whenever you can, brother.
Subscribe.
We appreciate you.
Subscribe.
We appreciate all you guys, for real. Like we talked about it yesterday, but in the fourth quarter of 2025, we were the most watched show on the network, and that really means a lot to us because we're just a couple of schmucks. And we're not the professional athletes. We're not the 4-time Stanley Cup champion or the greatest receiver in Big Ten history or the golden voice or the big big time Lions guy. No, we're just two assholes who like sports, and we appreciate you guys for rocking with us because we got this shit out the fucking gutter.
We did. And yes, we've had Jamal Hill on.
And
Jamal
did.
Hill he went Hollywood once he got that belt around his waist. So.
Yeah, he did go Hollywood on us.
He no longer responds to texts.
Shout out our guy Rob Font.
Yeah, shout out to Rob Font. Rob Font, real one.
Rob Font's a real one.
Real one. Poton broke that. I'm not reading that.
Yeah, he would still kill us.
Yep.
And he lives around here, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Would you guys ever do phone calls? We have in the past. Problem is, I can't even say what. We can't depend on technology.
No, I mean,
for phone calls.
We can do. You guys want to do phone calls? We can pick out a day where every week we'll do phone calls.
Unfortunately, DNC hates the phone calls.
Yeah, AJF7979 says Spenny gay. Well, that must mean your mom's a dude. Steve-O Baby says, Mailbag Spencer, if you were pulled over by a cop and it was Anakin, how would you convince him to not give you a ticket? I would fight him.
Yeah,
I would fight. I would challenge him to fisticuffs.
They got to beat that ass.
Trial by combat.
Shout out Ryan
Money. Yeah, this is a banger card this Saturday though. Rose Namajunas is fighting. We got Derek Lewis back in there. Gene Silva, which honestly, you know who he is? He's the one that beat the shit out of Bryce. What was Bryce's last name? The anti-Semitic fella.
Oh, yeah.
He's the one that beat the shit out of him.
Yeah,
He was barking at him.
Yep.
He's got a banger fight.
That was a good fight.
Arnold Allen. Sean O'Malley's fighting Song Yadong.
Song Yadong. I like Song Yadong.
He's fighting Sean O'Malley. Kayla Harrison's fighting Amanda Nunes. The GOAT's coming back.
That's cool.
Come on, dude. This is the 24th, by the way. And then Justin Gaethje versus Patty Pimblett.
Okay.
See?
We
got him.
You got me there?
We got him.
Couple of exciting whites.
Who do you got in the main event?
Probably Justin Gaethje. I don't know if Patty's ready for that smoke yet.
I don't know either. But Patty has gotten better.
Patty's gotten better, and Gaethje's obviously declining, but Gaethje's still got some of the nastiest power I've ever seen. So if he catches Patty clean once.
Bryce Mitchell, shout out. Thank you.
Bryce Mitchell, yeah.
First mine, eyes, lips,
thighs. If Patty loses to Justin Gaethje, the UFC will officially be dead.
Yeah.
Because he's the next up for like the superstar stuff. And if he beats Justin Gaethje, then he'll probably get a title shot after that. But if he loses to Justin Gaethje, the UFC's dead.
I think Patty can win.
Because he's the most marketable guy they got for sure.
I think simply because Gaethje's kind of chinny at this point.
Yeah, he is pretty chubby.
I love Max Holloway. Shout out to you. You got me a Max Holloway plaque for Christmas. But Max Holloway doesn't really knock guys out. He flatlined Justin Gaethje. That's like
he did.
I don't know. Patty might knock him out.
I would love to see that. I like Patty Pimblett. He's funny. He doesn't really, he doesn't take it too seriously, even though you have to take it extremely seriously or you'll die, which is like a funny dichotomy to see. And yeah, he's definitely the most marketable guy. I'd love to see them like John Jones. He's my favorite of all time. He's out. Izzy, I loved Izzy. He's cooked.
Oh, dude, Izzy's my guy.
Yeah,
I was gonna cry. That was at their all-nighter.
Max
Holloway. I watched Izzy lose. Yeah. I was fucked up for real. I'm like, am I hallucinating?
Max Holloway, one of my favorite fighters. He's done. I love Justin Gaethje. This might be his last fight.
And the one guy that honestly maybe could save the sport because he's that good.
Ilya.
He's going through some divorce with his wife. Did you see
out.
the way that shit went down?
The only exciting fighter on the roster was like, I'm done.
No, he's going through something. He's coming back.
Speaking about pure entertainment, you guys are in for a treat tomorrow night as Woodward Sports takes on Wicked Pickle Pickleball all night long. Make sure you guys tap in tomorrow night. You get to see the fellas getting active.
And we are starting at 5:30 tomorrow. We are going to go from 5:30 to 7:30 so we can get some of the live action of the pickleball tournament in there on screen. So when we're not live at 5, don't freak out. 5:30 is when we're starting tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
That'll do it for us today. Appreciate you guys tapping in. Brad Holmes said a whole lot of nothing. Mike McDaniel might be the next OC. And Nick likes sweater vests. For Easy, for Nick, for Chris, I am Spencer with the heavyweights. See you guys tomorrow live from Wicked Pickle of Westland. Peace.